It's time to pick up Puppy!
Puppy!
Puppy! Hey Daniel, good to see you. How you doing?
Breakfast time.
Breakfast here in Buenos Aires.
We are eating very well. We need our energy for sightseeing today. So this area, it's definitely a nighttime area with lots of bars and restaurants and cafes.
The city's got tons of character, and you never quite know what's behind those walls.
The amount of food that they brought us is just astronomical. These are all different appetizers.
So juicy, so tender.
Imagine if I ate the whole thing.
Well guys, we have made it to Buenos Aires. Let me give you a little 360 of the apartments we have rented. Here is Sam. Hello,
Hey guys. It's been a while since we've been in Buenos Aires, actually staying the night.
Yes.
It's been years.
It's been years.
It's been years, and it's so cool to be back in one of these traditional apartments. The highest ceilings in the world. Look up. Feels like, you know, the Parisian-style from back in the day, right?
It does, yeah. So basically, we're here in Buenos Aires to pick up my dad. We are about to head out to the airport. He just flew down from Canada.
Yeah.
He went from Calgary to Toronto to São Paulo to Ezeiza. So it's been a long day.
He's gonna be tired and probably even more hungry. We've got some wine waiting for him. He's also probably gonna need a siesta too after such a long journey. But he'll be so excited to be here. He hasn't been in Argentina, his home country, for 4 years. Yeah. So he always arrives with a lot of energy and excitement, and I think it's going to be really fun to meet up with him again. So
we are off. We gotta go find a taxi.
Yeah, let's do it. We made it! Yeah, took a while to get out of the city, which is such a gridlock, you know, this time of day. But yeah, we're here, and it's time to pick up Puppy!
Puppy!
Puppy! Daniel, good to see you. How you doing? That's a long trip?
Llegamos, estamos pisando territorio nacional. Estamos en París. Vamos.
Otra puerta.
Quiere salir por el otro lado. Este ascensor tiene 2 puertas. Buenos días.
Buen día. Breakfast time.
Breakfast here in Buenos Aires. We've gone to
Café Tolón,
a place we found yesterday.
Yes.
And absolutely loved. And we're here with Audrey's dad.
Hey people, how are you?
Café Tolón. You remember this from your childhood, I guess.
When I was 14, 13, 12 years old, we used to come and stay at a friend's house that is 2 blocks away. So this cafe, I remember it very clearly. It was like a landmark where people used to meet, like, okay, we meet at the Café Tolón, you know, it was we used to walk by here all the time, 55 years ago.
So my dad and I are having the traditional breakfast with café con leche, medialunas. Sam went for the light, in quotation
Light. It's hilarious because I've got the most food by far. I have a fruit salad. It's got strawberries, kiwi, apples, banana.
There were 2 toasts. One has disappeared.
One's disappeared. Came with jam and a cream cheese spread. Then I have granola with yogurt. Of course, the Café con Leche, the famous coffee here in Buenos Aires, and fresh squeezed orange juice.
That's the biggest breakfast ever.
How much?
This is just under $4, and then your breakfast is $2.
We are eating very well. We need our energy for sightseeing today, so loading up. Okay, so we are beginning our day of sightseeing around Palermo. We arrived in Plaza Serrano, where they usually have this like hippie artisanal fair. We're here way too early. I think 11 a.m. is just too much for Argentines to handle.
They're just barely getting started.
They're just getting started.
Breakfast has just ended.
Exactly. So what we're doing is we are exploring the old passageways that are now covered in graffiti and street art. This area, it's definitely a nighttime area with lots of bars and restaurants and cafes. So it's very sleepy in the mornings, but we're still going to explore until it's time for lunch. And then
we're getting hungry for some steak, huh?
Steak. The boys are thinking steak.
We've got steak on our minds.
That's an old building. That's colonial, huh?
Yeah. Colonial, covered in graffiti.
Covered in graffiti and plastered with posters.
So basically, we're walking around to work up an appetite.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I'm looking for a leather belt.
A belt.
Oh yeah.
Because the one I have has been like maybe 25, 30 years of usage. And if we sit down and eat a copious meal, I'm afraid that my belt is going to blast, explode on me.
The buckle's going to turn into a weapon, a projectile.
Let's avoid that.
A projectile.
I'll be walking loose in my pants. So we need a belt, leather. It has to be leather, so it will last me till all these years. So yeah, that's what we're trying to find, eh?
Yeah, another 25-year investment.
Another one. And also we need some wooden cutting boards.
Ah, yes.
I need to bring to Canada. Your mom asked me for cutting boards, but made out of some specific kind of solid, strong wood. The ones we had at home, they're cracking and breaking and whatever. So if we see that, we'll grab some. Okay?
Sounds good. Another passage.
Brando.
Oh, Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando, and I can hear baby pigeons up there.
Doesn't get more random than that, does it?
Always love. Wasn't he in a streetcar named Desire?
Yes.
That was a famous one.
Yeah. And then he was in, he had some eccentric roles as they got older. Like what was the
Apocalypse Now?
That's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. He was really good at The Godfather too.
Oh yeah, the mafia man
That's
with the cotton
Godfather over
balls.
there.
Oh,
That's
there.
him.
There's Marlon Brando. All right, another passageway.
Yeah, this is amazing because the street is still paved with the cobblestone. And it was a time when a good part of the city of Buenos Aires was paved with this type of granite. You know, it's little squares made out of granite. And I remember when I was a child and we used to, travel around the city, the tramway, the tracks used to go in between the cobblestones, And then at one point they started to repave with tar on top of the stone, and somehow the city lost a little bit of that charm that it had, This is indestructible. This type of material, which is granite, could last forever. And also the sides of the sidewalks are matching stone. So it was all done in a matching way that you could have the street and the what do you call that? The curb, right? Yeah. The curb is also made out of granite. And yeah, the only thing is a lot of motorists complain about it because the cars were getting a little bit beat up, the suspension and stuff like that. And it was rough when you took a city bus and you were on the bus riding and it hit one of these streets. You felt like your teeth fillings were going to come off, because you were shaking, the bus was shaking, and if it was a long stretch, it was tough. But the charm that it gave the city, it's just undescribable, Good thing that it's still in little places like this, you can see it, but this is the way it was, you know, most of the city, like that, you know. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep walking on. What you say about this construction behind me, you know?
Yeah,
Just-
old mansions tucked
Yeah.
away.
Hidden, tucked away.
They have these all over the city. Audrey and I have discovered a few since we've been here, and yeah, we have no idea what's going on. Are they being inhabited or not? We have no idea, and it's kind of secretive. They have very high walls. They're fenced off, and you can't really look in and see.
It looks
much.
like a jungle,
like a
you know,
jungle.
with the palm trees and all kinds of
Yeah.
growth. And the exterior is, what is that? Majolica?
Yeah.
As, you call them tiles?
So
Multi-color?
Like mosaics.
yes,
Eh?
yeah.
Mosaic.
Mosaic, you know, like outside, something that you figure, what is this property doing here in the middle of
Yes.
nowhere, you know?
So it makes me wonder: is it abandoned, or is there someone eccentric living in there?
I think
Who
the
knows?
windows are open up there.
Oh.
I
Somebody,
could see some
somebody lives there.
curtains or shades, or someone is living here.
Someone's
but
in there.
It looks like it's like a fortress.
Yeah.
It's just
Ooh.
ordered.
These places are really interesting.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
city's got tons of character.
Yeah.
And you never quite know what's behind those walls.
So lunchtime, we have just ordered a bottle of wine from Salta from the north.
There you have it, El Esteco. We visited this bodega in Salta.
Yeah.
When we did the trip to Salta, a really good wine. Okay, we recommend it. And also here they brought a whole bunch of small entrees.
Yeah, little dips and
To
sauces.
try. We have all kinds of. This one is roasted peppers with a fried egg on top. It's very hot.
Look at that, all kinds of different breads. Trying to ease off a bit
Yeah.
so that we have room for our mains.
For the beef.
Oh wow, look at this.
I'm grabbing the
It's all
little
green.
handheld camera so I can eat and talk at the same time, because they are bringing out all these dishes faster than we can eat them. I'm having an humita dip with corn, choclo. It is sweet, it is so good. Our salad's already here. This is a feast of a meal.
Imagine if I ate the whole thing. I would have a heart attack. My egg is sliding off.
Your egg is sliding off. Guys, we were a little bit piggy. We got way too much meat. These are the half portions. Entraña, half portion. My dad got lomo.
How's the lomo?
That steak is a half portion.
Is it good? Check that out. Oh.
Taste that Argentine beef.
Good, good. This is a symphony of different tastes inside your mouth. If you can eat steak like this in another country that is better, please let it know in the comments below in the video, because I don't know.
He will travel there, guys.
Oh yeah,
We must go there.
we must go there.
So I got the entraña, a half portion, if you can believe that. I've got 2 pieces that overflow from the plate. I got it nice and juicy. Here we go.
What do you think?
So juicy, so tender. You don't even need all these sauces and dips,
No,
by
you
the way.
don't. It's perfect on its own.
The meat has so much flavor.
Would you agree? Perfect on its own.
The meat only has salt on it. That's it. And she's having something that is called outside skirt steak. Here they call it entraña. Me, I'm having like a kind of like a sirloin tip, sort of, part of the steak of the animal. But it's really, really tender, and the flavor. What it counts in this country is the flavor the meat has. It's unequal, perfect.
Guys, more food appeared on the table. More sauces, more dip. We're at a loss. We don't know what to do. Like, this is the state of the table right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a French fry in it.
With the beetroot dip.
With a beetroot dip. Oh, nice. They specialize in the sides here. It's amazing. It's like one of the better meals probably ever had in Buenos Aires, no? Right at the top.
We were defeated by the amount of food and little extra side dishes we got with this meal, guys. How are you feeling? Tell us.
Hard to talk after something like this.
I know.
It was a war. It was not a fight, it was a war. But we won. Okay? We almost depleted everything. The amount of food that they brought us is just astronomical. I mean, everything tasted like fantastic. One thing if there is one thing that comes up when we are eating in these restaurants, not only here but all over Argentina, is the flavor of the meal. Doesn't matter what it is, the flavor. You know, it brings me back to when I was a child and we used to live here in the country, and the flavor of the food that you thought is gone, it doesn't exist anymore. And you come back here, or I come back here, and it's like it's a rebirth. You know, oh yeah, I remember this flavor. You know, it's like your computer up here, it has a register, and when you taste it again, pop, it comes back. You know, you haven't forgotten. And yeah, this is what it is all about. You know, the flavor of the meals, the way things used to be, the way things are supposed to be. Number one, top notch.
Top notch meal.
So another really interesting thing about this place is, yes, it's high-end dining, it's fancy food, but the portions are enormous and very generous. We all ordered the half portions. We're coming out, you know, we're having to loosen our belt buckles. You know, we're probably gonna need siestas after this. The portions here are fantastic. I mean, literally, we've been stuffing our beaks and we cannot finish. We're done.
One thing is for sure, there is no room for dessert. No, forget about it, you know.
Oh my God.
Too bad, because desserts in this part of the world are just fantastic. But I don't think we're going to be able to cut it. Eh? What do you think?
No, no way. Here we are. Okay, handing the camera to Sam. There we are. So
El Samuelo.
I'm here.
But basically, we are all packed up. We are leaving Buenos Aires tonight and catching an overnight bus up to the mountains, to the sierras in Cordoba. So yeah, we've got a mountain of luggage here. I'm not sure how we ended up with so much stuff, but
I got mine too. That's
yours
extra.
Too. So we had to call a remis, which is like a private taxi basically, and they're sending over a truck to fit all of us. And the backpacks,
maybe an
suitcase.
SUV.
Yes.
One thing here in the city of Buenos Aires, the taxis are really kind of small, compact cars, and the trunks have very little space. Maybe if you're lucky, one suitcase.
Yes.
And then the inside of the car is kind of cramped, you know, like, I mean, it's not like a North American standard. So we didn't want to risk it, because then we would have had to take 2 taxis. Mm-hmm. And the cost would have been the same as getting a private, it's like a private transport company that they have over here. They're called remis. So it's going to be bigger, and we all can go together to the bus station.
Yeah, that's great. And we sure had a good time eating and sightseeing for 3 days, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
What were some of the highlights?
Well, that's not going to stop here. We're going to keep it up in Cordoba too. You know?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But to me, the highlight was that steak meal that we had at the.
Yes, La Cabrera.
I think that's one of the best meals I've ever had in the city.
I'm gonna hold this so we're all in.
Oh, we're all in it now.
So yeah,
there we
was
go.
An amazing meal. We first went to that restaurant maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and it has definitely upgraded its quality, its standards. Like now it's a gourmet experience with ginormous portions.
It's fancy, but with good portions.
Yeah.
Because we've also been to the fancy places that have minuscule portions.
No.
No thanks.
This place, we warn you, if you ever come and visit and you go to that restaurant or parrilla, how they call them here, grill houses, the portion that they say, the small one, is the right one for one person. If you take the large portion of meat, you won't be able to finish it by yourself. I don't think that's for two people. So beware that whatever you order, keep an eye, because some cuts are between 800 grams and 1 kilogram of meat.
Yes.
So
that's a lot of meat, my friends.
You don't want to die on the table. No. Let's put it that way. So yeah, we had the small portions, and we were surprised by the size of the small portion. So
yeah, next time we could share for sure. Yeah, we could get the 1 kilo and share between the three of us probably.
Yeah, it's a good idea, because they are monster portions of meat, you know, and everything else. And they bring you a lot of nice complimentary little side dishes that are really very tasty, no?
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video in Buenos Aires. We'll be back again at the very end of our trip, but we've got more renovations. We hope you'll stay tuned for that. Don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you already haven't. So we'll see you at the next time.
We'll have more adventure for you.
Indeed, plenty more. Chaucito.
Take care.
Llegamos ya a Mar del Plata. En esa época estaba la playa Sedal, una playa privada que son todo para pibes chetitos y todo. Más lo que vi.
Should be open.
Good morning.
So this is going to be home sweet home for my dad for the next month or so.
Yeah.
Look at that. Your own little cottage.
My own little castle.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Let's see what your little castle is all about.
Well,
Da-da-da-da. This is the living area.
living area. It's got 2 additional beds here, like 2 cots. Kitchen with all the necessary things, but because they are going to be in the other house, I'm not going to be cooking.
No.
Oh, I have a good wood burning stove.
Yes.
Okay.
This is very nice. They left it ready to go. It already has the pine cones, some pieces of wood. I brought some more in.
And we also have a heater up there.
Oh, let's show
it's
that.
One of those mini splits. We got here washroom. You know, toilet, bidet, very Spartan, but it'll do the job. And here we got a bedroom.
Yes. So this is the reason we rented an extra cabin for you, so you can have a real bed. Yeah. Otherwise, you would be sleeping in a tiny little bed, and
for a month it's kind of.
This is more comfortable.
It's more comfortable. Today is Sunday, and everything is closed, and we're tired. You know, it's amazing how far away Argentina is from the world. Huh? To get here, it's a long haul. Let's put it that way. You know, but it is worth it. Once you reach this place, it's like you are in a paradise. So yeah, we'll bring you along to all the things that we're going to be doing this month and a half. Sorry that I took over this part of the video and the channel that I do not usually do, but like this I give you a little bit of information. And in the meantime, Samuel is getting the bags ready in the other house. And we're gonna go to the other house, and we're going to start the wood burning fireplace.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's go up to the other one.
To the other house.
Yeah.
Okay.